guys, welcome back to my channel. This is how I made this palazzo pant, fitted palazzo pants with elastic waistband and rope. So join me on this tutorial. If you love what you are seeing, watch to the end to see how I cut and made this beautiful piece that you are seeing like so. Okay, let's get straight to the video. You get your length, you fold your fabric, your waist divided by 4, plus I added 8 inches, right? Yes, because of the down, I want it to be very wide, and I want, on the top is having elastic waistband, so you have to fold it, your waist divided by 4. Some people use 6 inches, some people use 8 inches, depend on how wide you want the down to be. So remember the length of the trouser. You mark the length of your trouser and add it 2 inches, 1.5 inches for folding and 1/2 inches to join the band, because this palazzo is having a waistband, 2 inches waistband. So any measurement I'm taking, I'm removing that 2 at the top to measure it like so. If I'm measuring the length, I will make sure that the tape is above the cloth with 2 inches to measure anything I am measuring. So that is why, because I'm going to add band there. So after it, I measured my crotch depth, because this doesn't really need a hip line, and also because it's elastic waistband and you don't have to be like make it fitted. So I marked my crotch depth. My crotch depth is 12. I added 1 because it's elastic waistband, so that it will be free on my waist. After it, I go in on that crotch depth that I marked. On that crotch depth I marked, I go in by 3 inches to mark my crotch extension, where I will mark my crotch extension 3 inches. How to get your crotch extension? You divide your hip line into 4. Whatever you get, divide it again into 4. That is how to get your crotch extension. So mine is 3. So I wrote it down from up till down 3 inches, like what I'm doing. So I come out by 1 inches to make the crotch curve. So it like how I'm doing like so. Please don't mind the way I place my camera. So I rolled it. So after I've placed the curve there, I have to measure down to know that my length is complete. To measure down, you have to remove that 2 inches at the top, because you're having your band. If your length is 45 inches, that means you have to take out 2 up to measure your 45 inches length. Do you get? So that is basically it, what I'm doing now. After that, from that your crotch depth extension, roll it down to the hem of your clothes, depending on what you want. So after that, I've placed my camera very well here, so it's time to cut. Look at how I made all the line. How to cut out the starting line, that is my 1/2 inch. Then from there, I will cut out the crotch side, cut it down like so. The crotch extension, see, cut it down like so. After that, you cut out the side, making sure that everything is neatly cut. So after cutting it, coming to the side, you go in by 3 inches just to give it your hip curve, so that it will look like trouser and look so fitted. Go in by 3 inches, extend the line just the way I'm doing like so to the crotch line to form your hip curve, and that's it. Then cut it out. So next step is to mark where my pocket will be. So I'm coming in by 3.5 inches. Then I will go down by 7 inches. My pocket opening, and I will curve it like so to give it my pocket curve. And I'm going to trim this out for pockets. So I will advise you, if you are cutting yours, please don't trim this out first. Now I made a mistake. You have to cut the back first before you trim this pocket side out, so that it will not stress you when you want to cut your back. So this is right now for pocket. So I've cut out my pocket. That is four pieces of pocket, 8 inches by width and 12 inches by length. 8 inches by width and 12 inches by length. It is 4 pieces. You cut it out like so. So separate the pocket, bring 2 of the pocket, 2 of it, and leave the other 2. Then you place the front piece, that place you cut out for the pocket, you place it on the side of that of the pocket so that it can match together, and trim it out so that when you will be joining the pocket, it's not going to be hard for you. You have to pin it down very well. Make sure you pin it very, very well. And you have to cut that side, trim it down, cut it to be the same shape with that of the pant, just like I'm doing like so. Alright, now it's time to cut out the back piece. Just like I told you, it's okay to cut out the back piece before you trim out that pocket side. But the mistake have already been made, so wash it out. We're about to cut out the back piece. So the back is bigger than the front, with 3 inches by width and 2 inches by length, because I'm gonna be having extension for the back because of your boots, like your buttock. And the back is gonna have extension so that it can go up and carry your buttock. So here is what I'm telling you about you cutting out the pocket first before you cut out the back. So that's what I'm doing here. So in the back, I will come up by 1.5 inches up, just like I'm doing like so, and I will extend it to the side. That 1.5 inches is for your back side, so that it can carry it up very well. But the back and the front are not the same. So I came up by 1.5 inches and I extended it to the back, just like I'm doing like so. After that, after extension, I have to extend my cross line. I will go in on my back cross length. I'll go in by 3 inches. I'll go in by 3 inches and I will extend the curve, just like I'm doing like so. Then I will measure my hip gauge. My hip gauge is 9 years. There I'll come out by 1 inches so that I will get perfect curve to match to the cross extension of that back. That is what I just did here. So when I come out by that 1 inches, and now I extended my curve to that 3 inches that I came out from in that cross extension for the back. That is basically what I'm doing here. So you can see the curve. You now drew a line from up there that you extended to the 3 inches extension. Then you start coming out here by 3 inches down to the hem of the trouser. You come out by 2 inches there. So from that crochet extension, extend your line to that 2 inches line that you marked to the hem. Extend it down to the base of the dress. That is the hem. Extend it down to the base of the dress and mesh the line together, just like I'm doing like so. Then connect the line in a straight line using your ruler, just like I'm doing like so. After that, it's time to cut out the line that you drew, following everything bit by bit, just like I'm doing like so. After I'm done cutting the back, now it's time to remove the back and work on the pocket with the front pants. It's time to work on the pocket with the front part. So I brought in my front part. I brought in my front part to work on the pocket. So I introduced my pocket here. Look at the pocket. This is how to fix this DIY pocket in this front part of this palazzo pants. So I opened up my pocket, the two pocket that I shaped with the same way I shaped the pants. Open up your fabric the right side, then the right side of the pocket, you merge it together with the right side of your pants, just like I'm doing like so, and you sew it together with 1/2 inch, right side facing right side. You do it in the other side and do the other one at the other side. Then I'll go to my machine and sew it. I'm just showing you. Then after sewing the other side, this side, sew the other side. Then you sew your cross line with 1/2 inch. You merge the two cross of the front part. You merge it and sew it with 1/2 inch, just like I'm doing like so. Then go to your sewing machine and sew it together. So right now I'm done sewing it. Look at it. I sew it together with 1/2 inch, the cross part, and I fixed my pocket and I notched there. Make sure that you notch. After notching, you top stitch on the pocket, top stitch on it, just like I'm doing like so. I finished sewing the cross side of the front side and I fixed the pocket. After that, I brought in the back side and I sew the cross side. I'm done sewing the cross side of the back side. So back side now is on one piece, front side is on one piece, just like I'm doing like so. Then you bring the remaining part of the pocket. Is remaining two. The other one that did not cut out the front side is remaining two. So you bring one of it, flip the pocket back to the back side. Then you bring the one of the pocket and you place it together with this one, with this pocket, this one that you have already sewed to the pants. Front side facing the front side, the right side facing each other like so. Place it together like so. Then you sew the waist, only the waist together with the pants. You sew on the waist side, you sew the pocket and the waist together on the top stitch it. But on the other side, you sew only the pocket. Only the pocket. Don't sew the trouser with it. Only the pocket at the side. Both the side, the hemming and the other side. So I am done sewing here. Look at it. I top stitch the pocket, the upside with the pant. The upside, only the waist, but the other pocket is only the two pocket that I sewed together. I did not sew it with the pants. So after I look at the result, I've done sewing and I iron it so properly like so, just the way I'm showing you in this video. So after that, it's time to now trim the waist side, the 3.5 inches that we removed when we are cutting the pockets to give it pocket shape. We're about to replace it on that pocket. So we come in by 3.5 inches again, and you now curve it to that hip side to give it that hip curve that it was having before we cut the pocket shape. So this is it. We trim out that 3.5 inches that you removed before. It has been replaced, and you trim it up, just like I'm doing like so. So after trimming it out, sorry, I don't know that my camera was not recording at this point, so I have to go on and join the front and the back together. I join it by the cross side. I place the back side, right side facing each other, with the front side, right side facing each other. So I join the cross side using 1/2 inch. I join the side using 2 inches because I want it to be very, very tight on me because it's a fitted palazzo pant. So I went ahead to hem the line, the downside. I hemmed the downside with 1.5 inches. I hemmed it after that. So after joining all together, I have to introduce my band for the waist band. Remember that when we are cutting it, we always subtract 2 inches at the up for the waistband to measure up with the length. So this is it. I'm done joining and ironing, so I have to measure around my waist to get the length of my band. You have to measure very, very carefully and be very, very carefully in measuring this. So I measured around my waist to get the measurement. The length I got there is what I'll use and cut out my waist band, just like I'm doing like so. Cut out your waistband, cut it out. Whatever you got on your waist measurement, you cut it out on your waistband plus 1 inches. Make sure that you put that 1 inches, so that from that 1 inches you can create opening for your rope passage. If that makes sense, yeah. So you fold it like so, just like I'm doing in this video. Fold it like so. So when you fold it, remember that it's 1 inches allowance. So you come down by half inches. Come down by half inches for the length. Then you come in by 1 inches. In by 1 inches, just like I'm doing like so. Then draw it like so. 1 inch that you come in, draw it like so. This with the half inches that you come down with, like L shape, facing the other side. Then from that line you drew, you come in by 3/4 inch. If you come in by 3/4 inch, you draw your line. Let's can do like so. Then you now draw L shape like so. Look at what I like so in this video. So after it, you are going to those places that are marked is where you will sew. Then the 3/4 inch that I did not mark, don't sew. That is where your rope will pass from. That is where your rope will pass from. So after sewing, it's time to attach the band to the waist. Make sure that that place that you have the opening that where your rope will pass from, yes, you place it at the center of your pants. Yes, at the center of your front pants. Make sure that it's facing, the front side is facing the front side of the center of your pants. Look at, just like I'm doing like so. After you have turned it over already, and fold it horizontally. Make sure that the front center of that place that the opening will be is facing the front side of the pants, and then you pin it together. Make sure that you pin it very well together, just like I'm doing like so. After pinning it, you go ahead and stitch it on your sewing machine. So after that, look at what I have here. So I'm done stitching it. At the back of my pants, I left like 1 inch opening. This is where I will pass my elastic from, at the back of my pants. That is where I'm showing you in this video. This is where I will pass my elastic from, at the back of my pants. So I stitched it round. I am done stitching. So I'll go ahead and pass my elastic. If I'm done passing my elastic here, look at what I have here. And I close up the back of that place I passed the elastic from. That is the back. After it, I brought out one pieces that I use and do my rope, my front rope. So the length of the pieces is 1.5 inches. Yes, I'll create a rope. Done. Then at the opening of the front, I will create a casing. That is where my rope will pass from. A casing on that band. A casing like 1.5 inches casing. Yes, beside the opening of that rope, of that place you open that the rope will pass from, create a casing. Yeah, round the waist, all the band, create a casing all round, 1/2 inches casing. So half inches casing all the round. That is where your rope will pass from and come out from the opening that you made earlier, just like I'm doing like so. So after that, look at it. I sewed my rope, my 1/2 inches rope. I pass it through that casing I created, and look at the result. This is the end part of the palazzo pant. I hope this helps you. Please support my channel. If you have watched to this end, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Comment. I need your comment. All right, see you guys in my next video. Bye.